Hey there guys, here for another episode of Japanu Toyzu, and this time we're going to be having a look at the Galaxy Force Thundercracker, another one of the toys I'm trying to shill off at the moment. So yeah, I thought, hey, why not do videos on them and maybe it'll interest people into buying them. And hey, if someone does buy them, it means I've done a video on them and, you know, I'll feel good about it kind of thing. So yeah, let's have a look at Thundercracker. I will note, I don't think there's any differences between this one and the normal US release, but I could be wrong, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Let's Japanu Toys it up now, shall we? And as always, we will start off with Thundercracker here in his jet mode. This is easily his most successful of the two modes he comes with, obviously, the jet and robot. And why do I like it so much? Because I like this kind of jet. I think this kind of jet is pretty cool to look at. I like the missiles. I like just the shape of it is cool. And I love the fact as well on this figure that we've got some orange panel lining all over the place. Just on the wing, so it's a shame it's not really covered over the rest of the toy. But still, very cool. And like I say, it is clean. There's not a lot of robot kibble hanging underneath it, which is really appreciated. So we'll just go over some of the things on this jet mode. First off, we have some wobbly plastic. We have it here on the wings, whoops, wobble, 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 wobble. We also have it on the missiles and this little fin part here. And we also have it on the nose cone. So just be aware of that. It does have this awesome pattern on, which I mentioned before, which I really like. I like the orange. And it is as clean as I said. And of course, he has landing gears, so you can flip them away and boom. Now, he does have a force chip, as I mentioned in the Vector Prime video. Most of them are hollow, as is this one, the Earth one, if I remember. And it goes right in his jacksie. And when you do that, we go, there we go, he's got a hidden missile in his thing. And I actually like how this fires. It's got these two nibs here and you, pew. I actually like that. Problem is, you can see his head very easily, which is a shame. And interestingly enough, you can't close this until you take the chip out, which I think is kind of neat. It's not amazing, but it's a nice little feature. And this part, which becomes his arm, can sometimes pop out of position. Just because of the amount of joints you have here, it's a bit fiddly sometimes to line up when you're transforming him into this mode as well. But let's have a look at the robot mode now, I think, because whoosh! In robot mode, I feel Thundercracker has a very Generation 2 kind of feel to him, with a big backpack and some of the limbs not being great proportions to them, like the legs are very thin. And he does have one massive gun arm. But I do think the head sculpt is very nice overall, and I think for the most part there are certain things about this robot mode which I can get behind. And in terms of articulation, we will start off on his head. It swivels all the way around and light piping in the back, which actually works quite well. We have the arm here, which is on multi-joints, though it's worth mentioning these don't really clip in, and there are gaps in between, but the arm can move up. And something to note, because this is held in by a screw, and it needs to support a lot of weight here. Mine needs to be tightened up a little bit. We have a bicep swivel, or shoulder swivel, and then we have two joints in the arm, so he can do that and shoot over his back if you wish, but you can get some interesting poses out of it. This arm, however, does the same swivel, moves outwards, bicep swivel, and we have a clicky joint. It's not a smooth one, it's click, 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 so that's a bit of a shame, but you can get some poses out of it, I guess. The legs have a thigh swivel, they move forward, they bend at the knee, we move it back. They move out again, kind of like the arms, two positions. It's either in or out. And it's worth mentioning again that this part doesn't really clip into position. It just kind of goes down and you go, oh, okay, well, I guess we're done here. And it'd be nice if it was just a bit more solid. Oh, and the feet can also bend like that, but that's, again, due to the transformation. That's about it for his articulation. The gun can make him a little overbalanced or throw him off a little bit depending on the pose you've got him in. And of course we do have the Cyberplanet key, and you may ask, does it do anything different? No. No, it doesn't. Maybe you can pretend, I don't know, it's a big, I don't know, pair of scissors and bite people. Otherwise, this gimmick is completely null and void, and it is only useful for the jet mode, really, I'm afraid. Whoops, there he goes. Overall, I think Thundercracker does have some pluses to him. I really like the jet mode. It's easily his best mode. The giant ridiculous arms, kind of cool. I like the colors. They're really nice. But he does have some letdowns, and that's just mainly in proportions and not being quite as tight as he could have been. And it would have been nice if he had a bit thicker legs. But you can still have quite a bit of fun with this guy, I do feel, even if his Cyberplanet key is a bit waz. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it's been interesting. And I will see you next time for something else. Galaxy Force related or something else. I don't know. We'll see.